Oh my days, it's been a while. Today we're back to talk about Hershey's. Mainly for me, Reese's. I'm in love with the cocoa, but will we get it for the low? I knew I was not crazy. My notes. I knew something had changed. It doesn't taste like it used to. My taste buds were telling the truth. It's quantity over quality with Hershey's, cutting costs by using palm oil as a substitute. It's not where you start, but where you stop. Cutting costs, Hershey's. They say the issue will be fixed because they are going back to the real cocoa bean. But will that cause issues on the plantation, where fair trade has now been implemented so workers can receive a sustainable income and ethical work conditions? Brad Reese says no love lost to the Reese's peanut butter mini hearts in the garbage. Trash. His pappy would never, but I will for now. Signing out, baby.
Hershey Company announced that next year it's returning all of its classic brands back to earlier milk and dark chocolate recipes, impacting about 3% of its Reese's products. The move comes amid a growing backlash over recipe changes and the use of chocolate alternatives in some of its candies. Dima Zain explores what's behind this latest battle in the chocolate wars.
I love Reese's peanut butter cups, all those. And honestly, over the last few years, I've just found myself avoiding them.
It's kind of disappointing because there's that sense of nostalgia that's lost. I know what this should taste like, but it doesn't anymore.
Amid a chorus of these disappointed customers, Hershey announced it would adjust the ingredients in some of its classic brands to include more of the costly raw ingredient that makes chocolate, the cocoa bean.
Candy industries are profit-driven, and as the cost of ingredients go up, they've got to figure out ways to either reduce costs or raise prices.
Richard Hartel, a food science professor at the University of Wisconsin at Madison, has studied chocolate for 35 years and has kept records of ingredients in popular chocolate candies for more than a decade, and he's noticed some changes.
Here we have the 2015 version, here's the 2025 version. They've actually reduced the amount of chocolate ingredient in the chocolate product.
Last fall, a New York Times investigation found major chocolate brands were using less cocoa in their products, and that popular candies like Rolos, Almond Joy, and Mr. Goodbar had quietly dropped the term milk chocolate from their labels. Under FDA guidelines, candy labeled milk chocolate must be at least 10% chocolate liquor, a liquid made from cocoa beans, which contains cocoa butter. When it drops below 10%, companies have swapped in terms like chocolate candy and chocolate tea, a subtle shift that most consumers won't notice. They're taking away some of that chocolate. What are they filling it with?
The standard in the industry these days is palm kernel oil because it mimics cocoa butter's properties quite well.
High-quality compound coatings or chocolate alternatives can often trick even his savvy food science students.
Most people cannot tell the difference. One article I was reading suggested that by 2050 there would be no chocolate production, no cocoa production.
These tweaks to candy ingredient criticism from some unexpected corners.
They're really using inferior cheap ingredients.
Brad Reese has a last name chocolate lovers might know. His grandfather, H.B. Reese, created the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup nearly a century ago, and Brad's always been an unofficial and unpaid brand ambassador.
My whole life, I've been very proud of the Reese's brand.
That changed on Valentine's Day, when Hershey's launched a new product.
The Reese's Peanut Butter Mini Hearts. I took 2 bites, and I had to spit it out. And of course, then I dumped all the contents in the garbage, and I saved the wrapper, and I looked at the wrapper and realized it didn't say milk chocolate.
He shared his feelings in a viral LinkedIn post, writing, "How does the Hershey Company continue to position Reese's as its flagship brand, a symbol of trust, loyalty, and leadership, while quietly replacing the very ingredients that built Reese's trust in the first place. The Hershey company declined our request for an interview